Hello YouTube, my name is Big Boy Snacks on TV, aka what kind of snacks you want, because I got plenty going around. As you can tell by the title of my thumbnail in the video itself, this is my WWE Smackdown review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please get this video to 40 likes in this video. Comment down below what you guys think of Smackdown. Follow my social media down below in the description, and go check out my AEW Dynamite review and highlights I post on the channel. Check out my WWE NXT review and highlights, and go check out my WWE Raw review and highlights I post on the channel. Without further ado, let's get started. Now, WWE Smackdown was a solid show for what it was. Alright, WWE Smackdown was live from Mullet Arena on the campus of Arizona University. Commentary tonight was Michael Cole and Corey Graves. WWE Smackdown kicks off with shots of the Mullet Arena. We cut to highlights to last week's show. Live in the arena, undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes is walking backstage, and he is stopped by Jimmy Uso. He thanks Cody Rhodes for what he did for his cousin last week. Jimmy Uso says he has to talk to Nick Aldis about what happened to Jacob Fatu. Cody Rhodes asks him, Jimmy, if everything is good between him and Jade Uso. Jimmy telling him he saw what happened, and he asks him how he will feel. Cody Rhodes says he gets it. He has a brother in the game too, and he is going to do that what is good for him. Jimmy Uso tells him he will talk to Nick Aldis, and Cody Rhodes says he will talk to the people. Alright, Cody Rhodes' music hits, and now he comes to the ring. The fans cheer and they chant Cody Rhodes. He asks them what do they want to talk about. He says they can't talk about his opponent at Saturday night's main event. The Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre, the fans boo. He says he did something last week that was uncharacteristic. He took the title and he smacks it across Drew McIntyre's head. He wonders if he should apologize for that. Drew McIntyre, we hear Drew McIntyre's voice, and he tells him stop. He doesn't want his apologies or any excuses. We see Drew McIntyre walking through the fans and down to the ring side. He says with all the evidence they have seen, the fans are going to cheer Cody Rhodes and they are going to boo Drew McIntyre. He stands on top of the announcer table. He says they are all complicit in Cody Rhodes' crime. Drew McIntyre says he thinks that they are brainwashed by corporate Cody Rhodes propaganda. No matter what he does, they keep cheering WrestlePalooza. He screwed him with the referee, and last week he hit him with the title, and they still cheer him. He says he has been screwed so many times. This how it become about Drew McIntyre finishing the story, and he will finish it at Saturday night's main event. But the elephant in the room who will attack Jacob Fatu. He says he is always the scapegoat. He hates that family, but he is innocent. He says maybe it was Jimmy Uso, that black sheep of the family. Jey Uso has another title match. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Cody Rhodes tells him enough. He is looking for a fight, and he will fight him right now, right here and right now. Drew McIntyre gets down from the announcer table, but Jimmy Uso rush from behind, and he hits Drew McIntyre with right hands and throws him into the announcer table as WWE officials breaks it up. Jimmy Uso with a suicide dive onto Drew McIntyre, and WWE officials breaks it up. Solo's music hits, and now he comes with the MLTs. Alright, not a bad opening segment, but Drew McIntyre really has to win the title. Cody Rhodes' run has been unspectacular, and Drew McIntyre continues to be great in anything they put him in. I don't think they'll do it at Saturday night's main event, but hopefully Drew McIntyre wins the title soon. Which is I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that Cody Rhodes is going to still retain, but we'll see. But we still going to see about that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But not a bad promo by Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. And that promo right there, that was just pretty good for what it was, in my opinion. Anyway, let me move on. Commercial break. Back from commercial break, Drew McIntyre's match ends when Nick on his butt. In comes Jimmy Uso, who hits Drew McIntyre. WWE officials break it up. So we get Shinsuke Nakamura, Ray Phoenix versus Tama Tonga and JC Mateo, accompanied by MFT. And this tag team match right here, I ain't even gonna lie, it's not a bad match. This was a decent tag team match. The bell rings. We are underway. Nakamura and Tama Tonga start the match. Tama Tonga with right hands followed by an elbow. He goes for a slam, but Shinsuke Nakamura lands on his feet. Both men with forearms to the face, but Tama Tonga with an elbow to the face. He grabs Shinsuke Nakamura, but Shinsuke Nakamura with right hands followed by a knee to the face. Ray Phoenix is tagged into the ring, and as Jason Mateo, Ray Phoenix with right hands. He grabs Jason Mateo by the arm, climbs the top rope, bounces off the top rope, and lands an arm drag. He goes for the cover, but Jason Mateo kicks out. Shinsuke Nakamura tag in, and they double team Jason Mateo, and Jason Mateo falls to the outside of the ring. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Ray Phoenix with a kick to the side of the head of Jason Mateo. Shinsuke Nakamura is tagged in, and he lands a kick to the face. Shinsuke Nakamura with an elbow onto Tama Tonga, who is on the ring apron. Shinsuke Nakamura with a knee. He goes for the cover, but Jason Mateo kicks out. Shinsuke Nakamura grabs Jason Mateo, but Jason Mateo throws him down. Tama Tonga is tagged in, and he lands a splash in the corner. Shinsuke Nakamura to the ropes, and Ray Phoenix is tagged in. Ray Phoenix with a moonsault off the top rope. He goes for the cover, but Tama Tonga kicks out. Ray Phoenix with a kick to the back of the head. Ray Phoenix walks to the ropes, walks the top rope, and kicks Tama Tonga in the head. Ray Phoenix on the top rope, and he lands a crossbody. He goes for the cover, but Jason Mateo breaks it up. In comes Shinsuke Nakamura, and Shinsuke Nakamura with a kick to the side of the head. Tonga Loa gets on the ring apron, but Shinsuke Nakamura with a kick to him. Tama Tonga throws Shinsuke Nakamura to the outside of the ring. Tama Tonga runs towards Ray Phoenix, but Ray Phoenix lowers the top rope, and Tama Tonga falls to the outside. Ray Phoenix with a corkscrew splash onto Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa, he throws Tama Tonga back in the ring. Sikoa gets on the ring apron and distracts the referee. Tama Tonga with a choke slam onto Ray Phoenix on the ring apron. Tama Tonga with a running elbow to the face. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, the MFT. And this was a decent tag team match, what it was. We cut to Jimmy Uso and Nick Aldis in the back. Jimmy Uso tells him he knows that Drew McIntyre hurt Jacob Fatu. Nick Aldis tells him he will put him in a match. Jimmy Uso says he does not want a match. He wants a fight. Nick Aldis says it will be Jimmy Uso against Drew McIntyre, no disqualification match. Alright, let me take a sip of my water before I continue. Alright. We cut to Julia, but in comes Chelsea Green, and Chelsea Green have a fire. Chelsea Green tells her she knows a thing or two about being the women's Intercontinental Champion. In comes Kiana James, who says she does not see discounts divas on Julia's schedule. Kiana James tells them she actually has a match against the WWE Women's Champion. Tiffany Stratton's music hits, and now she comes to the ring for her match. Not a bad match. The fan seems very into Shinsuke Nakamura. He got the biggest pop. As for the MLTs, I feel like they are just kind of there. Not excited to see them on #Smackdown. So we go to commercial break. Excuse me. So we get the next match. Tiffany Stratton versus Kiana James. And this match right here, this match right here, this was like okay match for what it was. Julia gets in the ring after the match and hits Tiffany Stratton from behind. So we get Tiffany Stratton versus Kiana James. This was a solid match. The bell rings. We are underway. Tiffany Stratton with the arm bar, but Kiana James acrobatically gets out of it. Kiana James with the arm bar, but Tiffany Stratton acrobatically gets out of it, and she slams Kiana James onto the mat. Kiana James goes for a clothesline, but Tiffany Stratton ducks, and Tiffany Stratton with an arm bar. Kiana James gets out of it, and Kiana James with a kick. She throws Tiffany Stratton to the ropes, but Tiffany Stratton with a drop kick. Kiana James falls towards the second rope, and Tiffany Stratton with the hip attack. Kiana James falls to the outside of the ring. Tiffany Stratton goes for a baseball slide, but Kiana James moves out of the way and hits her with an elbow. Kiana James goes on the ring apron and goes for a moonsault, but Tiffany Stratton moves out of the way. Kiana James lands on her feet, and Tiffany Stratton with a clothesline. Julia distracts Tiffany Stratton and Kiana James her into the barricade. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Kiana James with a right hand. Both women to the ropes, and both slam into each other and falls onto the mat. Both women back to their feet, and Tiffany Stratton with their clothesline. Kiana James in the corner, and Tiffany Stratton with the elbow to the face. Tiffany Stratton with the Alabama slam. She gets Kiana James up on her shoulders and lands a rolling senton. Tiffany Stratton goes for the prettiest moonsault ever. Kiana James moves out of the way. Tiffany Stratton lands on her feet, and Kiana James with a super kick. Kiana James with a Falcon Arrow. She goes for the cover, but Tiffany Stratton kicks out. She throws Tiffany Stratton into the corner and places her on the top rope. She climbs the second rope, but Tiffany Stratton slams her down. Tiffany Stratton with a swanton. She climbs the top rope and lands the prettiest moonsault ever. Tiffany Stratton goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Tiffany Stratton. And this was a solid match for what it was. Alright. Julia gets in the ring after the match and hits Tiffany Stratton from behind. Jade Cargill misses a kiss, and now she comes, Jade Cargill, to the ring. Julia goes for a right hand, but Jade Cargill with a kick to the face, followed up by a jumping kick. Kiana James gets on the ring apron, but a right hand, Julia and Kiana James walks to the back. Jade Cargill extends her hand to Tiffany Stratton. Is on the mat. She helps Tiffany Stratton up and raise Tiffany Stratton arm in the air. As Jade Cargill is about to walk away, she hits Tiffany Stratton with a clothesline. She throws Tiffany Stratton into the corner and began kicking her. She throws Tiffany Stratton into the ring post into the outside of the ring. Jade Cargill throws Tiffany Stratton into the ring steps, and she throws Tiffany Stratton over the announcer table. Jade Cargill with kicks and rights. I'll run WWE officials to break it up. Jade Cargill walks away, but she comes back and grabs Tiffany Stratton, throwing her towards the ring steps. Tiffany Stratton's leg was literally on the ring steps, and Jade Cargill would kick it into the steps. Jade Cargill gets in the ring and grabs Tiffany Stratton's belt, Tiffany Women's Championship, and stares at it. She smiles and drops it onto the mat. All I gotta say is this. Jade Cargill has to win that Saturday night's main event. She cannot lose to Tiffany Stratton. If Jade Cargill loses to Tiffany Stratton, WWE is throwing away Jade Cargill's character, and this will not happen. Jade Cargill has to beat Tiffany Stratton, and that's all I gotta say. Jade Cargill cannot lose. This is her fourth time that Jade Cargill is going to get her match, but Jade Cargill has to take the WWE Women's Championship off of Tiffany Stratton. Don't get me wrong, I love Tiffany Stratton, but it's time for Tiffany Stratton to drop the WWE Women's Championship to Jade Cargill until Bianca Belair comes back and goes out to Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. But I do miss Bianca Belair. She's dealing with her fingers. She's dealing with her fingers that she got injury. But I wish Bianca Belair a speedy recovery. We all miss Bianca Belair, and I'm glad I said it on this video. Alright, let's move on. We see clips of Ilya Dragunov pinning Sami Zayn and winning the WWE United States Championship. Back in the arena, we see Dragunov walking backstage, and he is stopped by Sami Zayn. He congratulates Ilya Dragunov, and they shake hands. Ilya Dragunov tells him he respects him so much. What he did with the open challenge was legendary. Sami Zayn tells him the opening challenge are no joke, John Cena started them, and he passed it on to him, and he is passing it onto Eli Dragunov. He tells him he has to be willing to have a target on his chest every week. He tells Dragunov to go out and do it. Dragunov thanks Sami Zayn and walks away. And I'm just gonna say this before I continue. Why is Carmelo Hayes is not part of the United States Championship challenge? I would love to see Carmelo Hayes get his moment and go after the United States Championship. That's just my opinion. But WWE, y'all doing Carmelo Hayes dirty. Put Carmelo Hayes in an open challenge for United States Championship, please. That's all I'm asking. Alright, let me continue. A fun match. They are having Tiffany Stratton, who doesn't have too much experience herself, lead matches. Kiana James wasn't bad here, but Jade Cargill was great. She looks bad. She looks, you know what? She turned heel. We all saw it coming that Jade Cargill was turning heel. And that's all I gotta say. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Jade Cargill is walking backstage and she is stopped by Kathy Kelly. She asks Jade Cargill if she is worried about the consequences. Jade Cargill says you only face consequences when you make mistakes, but she doesn't make any. She is not asking for power. She is taking it, beginning with the WWE Women's Championship, and I hope that happens. That Jade Cargill takes the WWE Women's Championship away from Tiffany Stratton at Saturday night's main event, because Jade Cargill deserves it. Ilya Dragunov music hits, and now comes to the ring. The fans chant, "You deserve it." And Eli Dragunov says he is missed them. He says this year of recovery had a lot of highs and some extremely devastating lows. At a lot of points, he didn't see the light in the end of the tunnel. But one thing is that one thing that's given up does not exist in his genetics. Because of the obsession he has in his heart. He stands in front of them and the new United States champion. Ilya Dragunov says, "Here he comes from they say, how you do one thing, you do all things. He will defend it with all obsession. He won it from a great man, Sami Zayn, and it is his duty to open the legacy of the open challenge." He says tonight's plan shall enter them. And Carmelo Hayes should have just entered the WWE United States Open Challenge, United States Champion Open Challenge. This should have been Carmelo Hayes right here, and that's all I gotta say. The lights go out and Aleister Black music hits, and he comes down with Selena Vega, both of them dressed in all black. All right, let me take a sip of more water. All right. So we get the WWE United States Championship Open Challenge. Ilya Dragunov versus Aleister Black, accompanied by Selena Vega. This match was fantastic. The bell rings, we are underway. Both men lock up, but the referee breaks it up. Aleister Black with a kick, but Dragunov with chops. Aleister Black with more kicks, but Dragunov with right hands and a kick. Dragunov to the ropes, but Aleister Black with kicks, and Dragunov to the outside of the ring. Aleister Black distracts the referee as Selena Vega gets on the ring apron and lands a hurricane on Ilya Dragunov and gets on the apron and he kicks Dragunov in the face. Commercial break. Back from commercial, Dragunov with a boot to the face. Dragunov with a German suplex. Aleister Black tries to get out of it, but Dragunov with another German suplex. Dragunov lifts Aleister Black up and slams him onto the mat. Dragunov goes for the cover, but Aleister Black kicks out. The fans chant, "This is awesome." Dragunov climbs the top rope, but Selena Vega gets on the ring apron, and that distracts Dragunov. Aleister Black trips him up, and Dragunov falls to the mat. Aleister Black with a double team off the top rope, followed by a kick to the face. Kick to the head. Aleister Black with a German suplex. He goes for the cover, but Dragunov kicks out. Dragunov goes for a suplex, but Dragunov rolls him up, but Aleister Black kicks out. Dragunov with that kick to the face. Aleister Black with that kick to the face. He goes for the cover, but Dragunov kicks out. Aleister Black off the second rope, but Dragunov moves out of the way, and Dragunov with a clothesline special. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Dragunov climbs the top rope and he lands a senton. He goes for the cover, but Aleister Black kicks out. Dragunov goes for the torpedo Moscow, but Aleister Black with a knee to the head. Aleister Black with a brainbuster. He goes for the cover, but Dragunov kicks out. Aleister Black goes for a black mass, but Dragunov with the torpedo Moscow. Dragunov holds his head and is down. Dragunov goes for the H-bomb, but Zelina Vega trips him up. That distracts Dragunov, and Aleister Black hits him from behind. The referee tells Zelina Vega that he saw her and she is banned from ringside. Damian Priest music hits, and now he comes. Damian Priest is wearing sunglasses, but he takes them off to reveal bruises. That distracts Aleister Black. He turns around and Dragunov hits him with the torpedo Moscow, and he goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match is still the United States Champion Ilya Dragunov. This match was fantastic, and I'm glad that they performed some dark stable with Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, and I'm giving it a chance. And that's all I gotta say. This was a good match between Ilya Dragunov and Aleister Black. Damian Priest gets in the ring after the match. He hits Aleister Black with right hands and elbow to the face. Damian Priest throws Aleister Black on the outside. He places him on the announcer table and grabs the steel chair. Zelina Vega jumps onto Damian Priest's back and he rakes the eyes. She's grabbed Aleister Black, and they jump the barricade to escape. We see clips of last week where Carmelo Hayes hits the Miz from behind. Back in the arena, Captain Kelly is with Carmelo Hayes. He tells her that he goes without saying that Miz is the future Hall of Famer. He taught him a lot inside and outside the ring. He is forever grateful. But the Miz crossed the line when he put his hands on him. And last week he had to do what he had to do. He says revenge is a double-edged sword, and he is far as he is concerned. They are even, and now they can get back on track to fulfilling his destiny. He says he owns it to the people and to himself to get back on track being him. So Carmelo Hayes is now a babyface, and that's all I gotta say. But y'all should have put Carmelo Hayes in the United States Championship Open Challenge. I would love to see Carmelo Hayes get this moment and become United States Championship. But WWE, y'all continue to do my boy Carmelo Hayes dirty. Give Carmelo Hayes a chance to shine by putting Carmelo Hayes in the WWE United States Championship Open Challenge. I would love to see that. That's easy, simple booking. Alright. It says, commercial break. Back from commercial, Dragunov is walking backstage and he is stopped by Fraxium. They tell him that they would both like to challenge him to a match. Dragunov says the open challenge is for everyone. The open challenge is for anyone, including tag teams. He walks away and it comes DIY with Candice LeRae. DIY tells them to make their dreams much smaller. Candice LeRae asks him, and he gets it begins. And he begins by taking off his mask. They tell DIY that they are scared. Candice LeRae says they are a waste of their time, and they walk away. Alright, in comes Tama Tonga, who shushes them. He does the cutthroat sign and walks away. Alright, so it says we cut to Captain Kelly, who is with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. She tells them that Bayley made challenge saying if they are the champions, they think they will be on Raw. They tell Captain Kelly that they saw Bailey in comes Nia Jax. She says she is waiting for one of them to stab the other in the back. Charlotte Flair says that it's called projection. Naomi was hurt so many times. She thinks that it was. She think that she think she thinks that it. She thinks that is what would happen. Nia Jax tells Charlotte Flair that Alexa Bliss might hug her on one arm and stab her with the other. Alexa Bliss tells her people change, but if she wants to owe her, she can find her. Nia Jax challenges her to a match next week, but Alexa Bliss accepts Nia Jax, walks away, and Charlotte Flair tells Alexa Bliss that Nia Jax is going through something. Alright. Y'all already know that. So we getting Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax next week on SmackDown. I hope Alexa Bliss win. Alexa Bliss has to win, in my own opinion. But anyway, we get the main event of the evening. So we get a no disqualification match. The Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre and versus Jimmy Uso. And like I said, this was a good main event. Good main event match, man. As Jimmy Uso is walking down the ring, Drew McIntyre goes to the outside and he hits him with right hands. He throws Jimmy Uso into the ring. Drew McIntyre with right hands, but Jimmy Uso with right hands. Jimmy Uso with Drew. Jimmy Uso throws Drew to the outside. Jimmy Uso goes for a suicide dive, but Drew McIntyre with right hand, and Jimmy Uso falls to the outside. Drew McIntyre grabs Jimmy Uso, but Jimmy Uso slams him face first into the ring steps. He grabs Drew McIntyre, but Drew McIntyre with a thirst to the throat. Drew McIntyre jumps on the barricade, and Jimmy Uso follows up. Jimmy follows him. Jimmy Uso with right hands, but Drew McIntyre with a right to the eyes. Drew McIntyre goes for a suplex, but Jimmy Uso suplexes Drew McIntyre on the concrete. Jimmy Uso throws Drew McIntyre over the barricade and back into the ringside. Drew McIntyre grabs a table from under the ring. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Jimmy Uso walks the barricade and jumps, but Drew McIntyre catches him and lands a belly to belly. Drew McIntyre throws Jimmy Uso back into the ring and goes for the cover, but Jimmy Uso kicks out. Drew McIntyre to the outside and he grabs a steel chair. He gets in the ring and hits Jimmy Uso with it across the back. Drew McIntyre unfolds the chair and places Jimmy Uso's head on it. The chair places Jimmy Uso's head on it. Drew McIntyre sits on Jimmy Uso on the chair, and he hits him with right hands. Drew McIntyre runs to the ropes and goes for the Claymore, but Jimmy Uso gets up and lands a drop toe hold as Drew McIntyre slams the chair. What was I? He said slams. Right with right hands, and Jimmy Uso gets on top rope and lands a wrist in the wind. He goes for the cover, but Drew McIntyre kicks out. Jimmy Uso grabs a steel chair and he hits Drew McIntyre. With it across the back. Jimmy Uso grabs the table and that is in the ring, and he sets it up towards the corner. He grabs Drew McIntyre, but Drew McIntyre with the future shot DDT. He goes for the cover, but Jimmy Uso kicks out. Drew McIntyre goes for the Claymore kick, but Jimmy Uso with the Samoan drop through the table. Jimmy Uso climbs the top rope and he goes for the Uso splash, but Drew McIntyre hits him with a chair to the face. Drew McIntyre grabs him with a Claymore kick, and he goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Drew McIntyre. This was a good main event match. After the match, Drew McIntyre grabs a chair and begins choking Jimmy Uso with it. Out comes WWE officials to break it up. Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes music hits, and he runs down to the ring. He hits Drew McIntyre with right hands and a kick. He throws Drew McIntyre to the outside and over the barricade into the timekeeper's area. Cody Rhodes gets back in the ring and he checks up on Jimmy Uso. Alright, Drew McIntyre gets back in the ring as Cody Rhodes turns around and Drew McIntyre hits him with the Claymore kick. Drew McIntyre stands tall in the ring as SmackDown goes off the air. A good main event match. They made Jimmy Uso look good the entire show, but Drew McIntyre has to win here. Not a bad show. Only 4 matches, but all of them were solid. They continue to do well with Drew McIntyre, which is a good thing. Jade Cargill returns was an interesting 1-2. What's an interesting 1-2? Hashtag WWE, hashtag Smackdown. Alright, and WWE Smackdown goes off the air. Now, let me get my opinion what I think about WWE Smackdown. Now, WWE Smackdown was a solid show for what it was. For the past few weeks, WWE Smackdown has been nothing but terrible. But this Smackdown right here is nothing but a solid show for what it was. Like I said, I miss Bianca Belair. When Bianca Belair recovers from an injury, Bianca Belair, please take the WWE Women's Championship off of Jade Cargill, please, or Tiffany Stratton, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? But if Bianca Belair comes back, you know she's gonna go out to Jade Cargill. That's the only way I see it. But WWE, you need to put Carmelo Hayes in the WWE United States Champion Open Challenge. Y'all doing my boy Carmelo Hayes dirty, and that's all I gotta say, man. I hope Carmelo Hayes will get into the WWE United States Championship Open Challenge, so because it's time for Carmelo Hayes to get his shine. You know what I'm saying? Carmelo Hayes is a babyface. You know what I'm saying? The feud between Carmelo Hayes and The Miz is far from over, and that's all I gotta say. But anyway, I said it in my video. Jade Cargill needs to take the WWE Women's Championship off of Tiffany Stratton at Saturday night's main event next week Saturday. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Smackdown review on highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning. Get this video at least 40 likes on this video. Comment down below what you guys think of WWE Smackdown, because it was a solid show for what it was. Alright, follow my social media down below in the description, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for my WWE NXT Havoc review and highlights. This your boy B-Boy Snackdown TV, aka what kind of snacks you want, because I got plenty going around. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I'll see you guys in my upcoming world premiere for my WWE Smackdown review and highlights at around 5 o'clock a.m. 5 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.